Hey guys, today's quali day, and unlike South Korea, the track hasn't changed too much. I mean, the line choices were already determined yesterday. However, the track has blown the hell out. It is dry as a bone here in Loudenvielle, and it's already kind of a really dusty track that's getting ridden all year, so it's pretty blown. I'm just going to show you a couple of the corners and the sections where I believe the difference might actually be done there for the race and for qualies. Also, for context, it's actually quite hard to train this morning for the riders because the dust is so prominent. There's so much of it that if you're trying to follow someone into something, you literally just can't. You'll see it on the footage. Anyway guys, this is the quali video. I'm going to show you the most blown out section and what I think will matter for the finals. Let's go.
Honestly, that top section hasn't changed much. Yes, it's dry and dusty. However, this highway is very well baked in and it's easy to ride and it's fast, which is better than if it was wet or slow actually. And once you've crossed the road, you get into those bike park berms and you have to push and pedal a little bit, but nothing crazy at all. The stall wall, however, seems to be quite problematic. I think it is a combination of the lip getting dug out by the riders going through and the dirt on landing getting looser and looser, which makes it harder and harder to corner. We can see here Loris almost dies. So a combination of loose soil and track changes may make that stall wall gap actually not worth it. It seemed that even the best riders were struggling to make that corner afterwards. And on a really demanding and physical track like this, you do not want to tire yourself out unnecessarily, meaning the gap may be out of contention for some of the race runs. This section behind the stall wall, which seemed harmless yesterday, may well decide the race. It has become so loose that it is very hard to keep tires on dirt. It is just a succession of corner and shoots. However, we have seen a lot of people eating dirt in some of these corners because they're just not holding anymore. Some of these corners have been completely destroyed and riders have to change line and go inside instead of hitting the berms. See here how the riders have started to take the inside line and not rely on the corner because it's completely blown out. I would say it is almost a necessity at this stage because I don't think the corner can be used to actually corner. Ocean did mention that earlier in the track walk.
Do you think you can make it to that second lip right there?
To this one? Right now without the corner being blown up, potentially I reckon, yeah.
But once race day?
Once race day, the corner's probably going to be gone, so it's going to be a different story.
Unrelated, but enjoyed that cute dog I found on track. I also now do not see a point in taking that high line into that large berm because it is slippery and you're risking a lot for not a lot of gain. The bike park berms at the bottom are just as quick, so I feel like this is going to be the race line. We then get into the woods.
So compared to yesterday, the lines have cut in a little bit more. There's quite a solid rut here that people can get into. The only thing they need to worry about is not get too carried away at the top and like kind of get lost in that middle section here. Because once you're in the rut, you're not really moving and it carries you all the way to that hump there. So as I mentioned yesterday, the rut has cut in. It seems like the riders are preferring the inside line. The outside still opens up a little wider, but I don't think the difference is that big and you have to line it up quite high. So I believe fast riders will go inside. That's what it seems to be. And there's a nice little kind of catch berm there at the bottom. This section here looks like there's two ruts on the inside and one rut on the outside in the corner, but it's very deep, so potentially could be dangerous catching a pedal. Almost looks like that high line to inside where you go and hit that is going to be potentially a better option. Really? Hey guys, sorry, I am recording this at the 11th hour. I am in my accommodation tonight. I could not show you any more of the track and what has changed because I realistically run out of time on quality day. The truth is that I need to record some footage for some teams and for other people I'm filming for in order to fund this editorial project of mine. So as long as I don't have a budget, I can't dedicate my full time to this, meaning today I just didn't have time because there's a very limited amount of run. However, a very interesting topic that has brought up today. Jackson did not qualify. It seemed like he went over limit twice in his 2 quali runs. I believe it is on the store wall gap 2 times, which is a bit unlike Jackson, to be fair, to make 2 mistakes in a row like this. Also, he wasn't very well in South Korea either, so I'm wondering what's going on with Jackson. Is it mentally? Is the pressure of being #1 from last year and world champion actually getting to him? Is he struggling this year? I'm not too sure what it is, but it does seem a bit unlike him and that he's not riding at his best like he did last year. So maybe watch this space. But that makes for a very interesting season because Bruni is out due to a crash he had yesterday. Apparently it is just some pain in his hand, but nothing seems to be broken. It is still all yet to be confirmed, but it seems that is what happened. Bruni fortunately gets out of this crash actually pretty unscathed because it was a hugie and you get so fast into that last section. I'm glad he didn't hurt himself more. And on top of that, he's testing that new Alpine Star airbag, and it seems like the airbag did its job. You know, similar system that they use in MotoGP and MX. Anyways, saying that, it seems like Bruni, Jackson, which were potentially the top 2 contenders for this season, are out for at least a little bit or not going to score points, which means it's going to reshuffle the cards. It's super exciting. Asa has won Q2 though, meaning will Asa win tomorrow? Is this the start of an Asa era? I'm not really sure. All I'm saying is that it is a season that doesn't seem quite normal. It was already very, very exciting at the start of the season before any of the races had taken place. But now, with all this shuffling and crashing and Jackson not qualifying, it is even more interesting. That's it for me tonight. I am going to try to do a video tomorrow, so stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like it, share the video. And this is still 100% self-funded, so if you're a brand that is interested in partnering with me, please get in touch. And if you're someone that just like my content, you can make a donation by clicking the link down in the description. Have a good night, guys, or good day if you're in the US, and I'll see you tomorrow.